Hello, Yang Gang. It's Andrew. I'm here in the green room at CNN World Headquarters in New York City. Good fun. That's why there's CNN playing. Can we turn that down? It doesn't matter. Yeah, turn it down. Turn it down. Turn CNN down. Anyway, so they obviously have CNN playing in CNN's green room, which makes a lot of sense. I'm about to go on Don Lemon. If you're a cable TV aficionado, you're like, but Don's not on for like another hour, which is true, or an hour and a half, or whatever the heck it is. It's pre-taped. They tape some of these things and then put them on a little later. So I'm getting taped, I think an hour before it actually airs. So that's why, those of you who are into this stuff, it should air somewhere between 10 and midnight. That's not very helpful, I know, because who wants to watch 2 hours of TV to watch moi? So my Randy here. Go ahead, Randy. Say hello.
Hey.
Randy says 11. So yeah. So some exciting news that I may hopefully announce on this program. We broke 200,000 donors and it cut from 87% of zip codes in America. So for those last 13%, we'll be homing in on you, North Dakota. I'm kidding. We're not, 87% is like phenomenal. If you think about that for a second, that we're getting donations from all over the country, and the average donation is only $24, which again means our fans are cheaper than Bernie's. Thank you, Yang Gang. It's cool. I actually love this small dollar donor. Anyone who looks at our campaign knows that it is objectively powered by real human beings who are donating. And you know some of the most common jobs of people who are donating to this campaign? Teachers, drivers, retail workers. I mean, this is like the real American campaign. And then you know what else is top 5 or something? Software engineers. People from all walks of life are donating. One of the top organizations to donate this campaign, U.S. Army. People who are in the armed forces. This is a real coalition of actual Americans, actual humans. So that, hopefully I'll have a chance to talk about that on this campaign. 200,000 donors. Now, I'm not sure if the DNC is going to have a donor threshold for the next debate, but if they do, man, are we going to whip it? We'll probably already be past it. If they announce it, they'll be like, you have to get 200,000 donors. They did that weeks ago. So I kind of hope they do it, obviously, but they probably will not. Not because they have anything against us, but just because, that may or may not be the threshold they use. They're probably going to use polling. And so we are just now starting to put our oars in the water to gin up our polling past whatever level they come up with. So we're starting to invest in advertising in various ways, mostly digital because we're trying to reach people. There's still people who watch a lot of TV. And a lot of people that watch TV also answer landlines and answer polls because many of the polls are conducted via landline, and so it's not... I have a feeling the people who are answering landlines are not watching this Instagram live right now, let's put it that way. I don't think that's like a Venn diagram with a lot of overlap. So it's like a different population that are going to be answering these pollsters very often. I don't know how many of you watching this right now have actually participated in a poll. One thing that some of the campaigns are saying is that if you get a phone call from a random number, actually pick it up because it might be a pollster. I don't hate that advice. I mean, if you do if you do get random calls, you can play a game.
Record banning robocalling, so.
Oh yeah, I want to ban robocalls, and then maybe we'd actually pick up our phone more often because you'd be like, it's a human and not some fucking robot. You know what I mean? Am I allowed to swear on Instagram Live? Too late. So
Get it out now. You're not allowed to swear.
Yeah, I'm not going to swear on CNN. I guess that would be very poor form. Though you never know. Because,
we know.
That's funny. That's not random.
We're not going to swear tonight.
We're not going to swear tonight. I mean, you got to keep it. If I look a little made up, it's because I just came from hair and makeup. Because that's what happens also when you go on cable TV. So thank you, Yang Gang. Exciting times. The campaign just broke, I think, is it 3 million or 2.8? 3? I can't remember.
We're pretty close to 3 now.
We're like 2.95 or something like that. And the quarter's not even halfway over, and last quarter is 2.8. So if you do the math, that means we're on path to more than double. And I think we can do better than double because a lot of the fundraising tends to happen at the end of the quarter because people are like, ooh, end of quarter, let's make it happen. We've got one more debate, so I will kick ass on the debate stage. and the debate stage too. Thank you, Yang Gang, for getting us on the debate stage. It's looking very, very likely that either 10 or 11 candidates are going to qualify for the September debates. And so the big variable you have to ask is, if you're the DNC and you have 10 candidates who make the fall debate, do you break it into 2 groups of 5, or do you have all 10 on stage? So raise your hands if you think it's 2 groups of 5. Raise your hand if you think it's 10. I think it's going to be 2 groups of 5 because I think the network wants more ratings. That's a guess, but I think that makes more sense. If you're the DNC, in theory, if you have 2 debates with 5 each, then each candidate gets more airtime, and so you're getting your candidates more exposure. Theoretically, if you're the DNC, you're into that aspect. The main drawback for the DNC is that there's been some criticism that Elizabeth Warren has been debating John Delaney and Joe Biden has been debating Bill de Blasio, and they haven't been on the same stage. In this case, the field will have constricted a lot, so it would be not quite as dramatic as what I just described next time. But so that's the calculation the DNC is going to make. I'm guessing that they're going to split it into 2 nights. I'm guessing that it's going to be me and 4 or 5 other candidates, because there are, right now, I'm candidate number 9. Thank you, Yang Gang. And then it looks like there are 2 other candidates that are likely to make it. So I'll probably be on stage with total number of candidates of 5 or 6. So it'll be like me and 4 or 5 other people. So that is what's going to happen in September. We're going to put up and I'll have more airtime inevitably by the math, because if the debate's 2 hours and there are only 5 of us, it's kind of hard to duck Yang. It's kind of hard to ignore 20% of the candidates. So we'll get a lot of airtime. We'll probably more than double last quarter, this quarter. We're growing at the exact right time. A lot of the other campaigns are having trouble growing to this extent, but we are growing very, very organically, which is the best form of growth. It's not, we're not artificially goosing the growth in weird ways. Like, our growth is very, very efficient. You're going to see at the end of this quarter, it'll be like very, very efficient growth. And it's because of everyone who's watching this right now, bugging their friends, sending videos, sending interviews. All of that stuff is driving this campaign, and we love you for it. Let's take this all the way to the White House in 2020. It's not left, it's not right, it's forward. The usual applause lines at the end of a speech, even though there's Instagram Live, so I feel a little bizarre busting that out on my own phone, but you know what I mean. All right, love you guys so much. Wave goodbye. Katie says bye. Randy says bye. Lex says bye. All right, see you all soon on the trail. South Carolina this week, this weekend, New Hampshire, and if you're in one of those 2 places, please do come and shake, grab my shoulder, shake my hand, bring me a chocolate. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'll see you guys very soon.